Okay, so I'll just tell you a little bit about Atomic Success Secrets a bit, and me for some reason, and then we're going to get right into healing with a way that's really simple and I found to be the most powerful, profound way to do stuff. Although we use everything that we can to help people with their healing. And so I'm Ralph Havens, physical therapist from 1985. And for some reason, healing's been my thing. And I've gone along and studied with all sorts of different holistic practitioners and people that could see things at a distance and then heal things at a distance. And I mean, like over the internet or over the phone, or somebody just says, hey, so-and-so has a problem and can you work on them? And I work on them, and then they're different. And so I truly believe it's something about God or spirit or some kind of thing that is up to something. And but for some reason I get to be part of it. And the idea that I've seen with this is whatever somebody's dealing with, whether it's anxiety or whether it's depression or whether their business isn't working or they have a chronic pain or chronic autoimmune condition or some mysterious thing that nobody's figured out, or it's all sorts of stuff going on, and you're just not thriving the way they would like to thrive. And maybe they've tried a lot of different things, nutrition and mindset and hypnosis and exercise and Qigong and acupuncture and, all sorts of stuff. And yet sometimes there's people that certain things just are not resolving. And what I've found is on one level, I think there's a higher level than this, but on one level, it feels like people are protecting themselves from something. So I'll give a couple of really quick stories just to kind of give you a sense of it. In my own experience, I had severe anxiety, and I had a physical therapy clinic in San Diego. I couldn't run all of a sudden. I was always running 70, 80, 90, 100 miles a week. I love to run, love to race, but it also helped control my anxiety a little bit. And so I'm running like a fiend. But at one point I couldn't run, and I had a leg spasm every for five minutes into a run. I was stopped and I had to walk home. It went on for 8 months, and I had all my therapists work on me. I had orthotics from a couple of different people. I had all sorts of classes I was going to, cranial sacral and visceral manipulation and all sorts of stuff, and nothing was touching it. And I finally went to a woman in Los Angeles, Julie Cicino, physical therapist, and she put a hand on my foot and said, "You got a problem with your heart." And so she did some techniques, some energetic techniques on my body for 2 hours, and I felt really calm. And I thought, well, that's cool. And 2 days later, I was going to be in Sacramento, and I took my running stuff. I thought, I think I can run. And I went for a 30-minute run, and I could run, never came back. So I started taking this integrated manual therapy from Sharon Giammatteo, late Sharon Giammatteo, physical therapist, PhD. And as I did it, my anxiety went away. And as I did more of this on myself, my teeth quit having cavities. And so all of a sudden, and I had severe stuff going on with my teeth from age 12 to age 37. All that went away. And so I got to see that, oh, wow, when you, for me, it was protecting my heart. And so fixing up my heart and the blood vessels, smart body to spasm my muscles to not let me run, because then my heart was at least somewhat more protected. So so funny. There's what if he dies right now from a heart attack? That would be a bad success story. So, but I don't know why I thought that. But yeah, so it was protecting my physical heart. So then I went along, and as I was going along, I had these other experiences. And the technique we're going to use today, I'll cut straight to the chase, is a way to very powerfully and quickly go to a primary protection. Like, what are you protecting yourself from? And I'll give one example, maybe two. One is like a lady that came to see me years and years ago. No, I won't give that. I'll give a simple one. Lady came to see me, many different things going on, but her foot would pop over and she'd fall two, 3 times a day. And I won't give too many particulars about her. And but it had been like 20 years. And so I was going to do a technique to take trauma out of her body. It's a physical technique. I had her lay on I seen her in person. I was going to have her on her stomach, and I was going to touch her ankles and do this thing. And she said, "Do not touch my foot." And I said, "What happened in that car wreck when you were like a teenager?" Well, she almost lost her foot. She had surgeries that were botched. And ever since then, she would fall 2 or 3 times a day. And so I did the process we're going to use today. And at the end of the session, she said, "You know what? I think you can touch my foot." And I touched her foot. And the session was over. I didn't work on her foot. Her foot never popped out again. So she was protecting herself from what could be called a spiritual pain. She, as a teenager, she almost lost her foot. had some bad surgeries. Life had been ruined for that, for 20 years about this foot thing. That's a spiritual pain. So we're going to do a process that we use, and a lot of you already know the process, and we're going to get straight to it. But there's something that, some bit of information that can be thought of like a candle. Like it's got the stuff, it's got the reason, you've got whatever you've got. It's got the mental, emotional, spiritual stuff. And we're going to do a process to go find it and then to clear it. Because once it's cleared, it's done. And then you don't have to protect yourself from it anymore. And so all this energy can be freed up for creative stuff, for health, for happiness. It creates a vacuum, and it shifts beliefs and patterns and thoughts, subconscious programming very quickly. And then you get to go do stuff differently in life. So I'm going to click the recording off, and we're going to get straight to it. And